Hello there, my lovely. I realized something recently. I talk a lot about one very specific brand that has lost creativity. However, though, I don't talk about any other brands, and if I wish to smack talk one brand, I should keep that energy, and I should smack talk all the brands. I don't generally like smack talking brands, but I'm an author, so creativity is kind of my thing. Let's start off with the brands. No one's gonna get like upset over this because it's the most honest and truthful thing, frankly. And that is Makeup Revolution. Has Makeup Revolution ever had creativity? Have they? Like, yeah, it's either all dupes or literally the same color story. You mean to tell me they will launch the same color story 2 times in a row? It's impressive, honestly. Like with Pat McGrath, it's irritating because it's so expensive, but with Makeup Revolution, it's impressive because it's like a $4 palette. Well, not even four, like $12, and you're like, dang, spent $12 for the exact same one to go last time. Yippee! I've been spending way too much time around one of my coworkers who says that, and watching too much of the Click. It's like it's. Can we get a new color story? Maybe. I mean, I would give it to me in cool tone. I'll eat that up. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But also, how can you literally have spent like 15, like yeah, I mean probably I don't know when they started business, but at least a decade. How have they literally spent the last decade launching the exact same thing one after another? It is hats off. Hats off. I'm impressed. Okay, now the second brand, again, not something many people are gonna be upset over. Tarte. Tarte. Where are the other color stories? Literally, recently, I think they just launched the exact same palette 5 times, almost like, I got you stuff. That would be like if I, as an author, launched the exact same plot, just rotating the characters in and out. If I ever start to do that, ban me from the writing sphere. Do it. Ban me. Be like, okay, Kai, we loved your stay here. Go do something else. Shoot. Leave. We don't want you anymore. Because when you start to literally be launching the exact same thing, like over and over and over again, you're just losing money at that point. You are losing customers. Because here's the thing, you launch very innovative color stories. Chances are quite a few people are going to buy every single release that you launch. If you are launching the same thing, no one's going to buy that. No one's got space for the exact same color story 10 times over. And maybe the influencers will buy that, but what about the everyday beauty lover who consumes and consumes and consumes? I got a video coming up on that, don't worry. But they're not gonna buy that. They are, like, they're just not, like, because here's the thing, if you can make a color story, I think this is how Pat McGrath has managed to do this. She has managed to launch multiple color stories that are very similar, too similar, as everyone in the beauty space is gonna say. I mean, look at Trend Mood, but they are very similar, but people are still buying every single one because they love the brand and they're hoping for something different. And she's created a collector's mentality around her motherships and her quads, and her holiday collections, I believe, are kind of like mothership, quad, holiday. That's what I've seen at least. But Tarte is going to lose that audience, okay, because they have not created that collector's mentality. I feel like Tarte tried there for a while to like bring in the youth, like every other brand. They failed. Okay, I think like it's 30-year-old millennials, maybe even like Gen Xers up into like their 40s and like 50s who are purchasing Tarte. It's the every single day working person. The people who want to have fun with their makeup, they aren't really buying Tarte. They're buying from brands that launch innovative things, like Natasha Denona. What's another one? That's kind of the only one I think of right now. Yeah, I mean, Natasha Denona, I think she still has some pretty good innovative stuff. Older day, Pat McGrath, because I do think Pat McGrath, I heard rumors she left the company, like, or she's taken a little bit of a creative step back or step more into like financial. I don't know. I've heard rumor that Pat McGrath herself is no longer as involved in like color story manufacturing, and she's moved more her focus into other parts of the company, or just also into her own personal makeup artistry, because again, she's a fantastic makeup artist. Talked about this before. But again, she's managed to make it work. Tarte is not gonna make it work. And I don't, Tarte is like, we can make it work. No, you can't make it work. Okay. Now this other one, I might guess my favorite, Charlotte Tilbury. It's all the same. Literally, it is every single launch. I've seen multiple of her like quads right next to each other, and I'm like, are these different quads? Are these different? Are they not the same? What is happening right now? Where's the innovation? Where's the joy? Where's the color story? Because it's all the same. All of it. It's all the same. There's no innovation, no creativity. It's just 50 shades of pinky brown. Now, fourth brand. Gonna try and be non-controversial. Elf. And this one's a little bit different. It's because they're just duping everything. And I mean everything. I'm sorry, like, there are certain brands made a living, not a living, have made their identity around being a duping brand, such as Alter Ego, and Alter Ego makes it work. Elf does not, because Elf's whole thing was cheap makeup. And it was cheap makeup, but it was still not all the same. But now it's like everything you could get from one brand you could get from Elf, and everything you could get from Elf you can get from another brand, and it's the death of creativity. It just is. And I think honestly shows a parallel into like every single other space, because I'm starting to see this in the writing space too, where sometimes it's like there's a difference between being inspired by a story and just rewriting the story with your own characters and magic system. Like the number of ACOTAR basically rewrites that are out there, I'm like, that's fishy. That's suspicious. Because here's the thing, I think, side tangent, to be a good writer, there are two things you need. You need creativity, you need basic grammar skills. And creativity is the first one because it's the most important one. You can be a crap writer, maybe not crap writer. You can be not the greatest at grammar, but if you hire an editor, they can fix that for you. If you got bad creativity, yeah, you're gonna be screwed. It's the exact same thing with a brand. You can have good formulas like Elf does, but if you have terrible creativity, it's not gonna last very long because people want something new. They want something innovative. That's the whole problem with this vast trend cycle that's also affecting the writing space. Everything, can't tell I'm not very happy with the writing space right now. Yeah. But Elf is falling down the same sphere as the writing space in the way that creativity is dead. And everything is just starting to be like, I did a retelling, and I'm like, oh my god. Enough with the retellings, please. Retellings are just the dupes of the writing world. And dupes are the retellings of the makeup world. And I kind of dislike both of them. Like, they have their appeal, but when everyone's doing them, you just get bored. Like, there are the authors that do like retelling kind of like as like their specialty, like Marissa Mayer. She makes it work. Some of these other people are making it work. Okay, and Elf is making it work, I feel like, for now. But even Marissa Mayer, she left behind her fairy tale retellings and branched out. She's doing rom-coms now. I haven't read any of them. They look good though. Something I think I'm gonna get so much hate for. ColourPop. They launched too much, too quickly. Now it's all the same. You would that be in the writing space? This is fun. This is fun. I should do this. Brands as authors. Let's see. Marissa Mayer is Elf. Who would ColourPop be? Who's someone that just, they launched too much and now they can't come up with anything new? Actually, no. That's me. Like, I had so many stories, ideas for like one moment, and then it was like, okay, I have all of them, and then once I finish writing all those, A, I'm gonna be in my 60s, and B, I'm gonna be done. Like, because I mean, once I'm finished with those, what's the point of putting something out there that is not new? And that's kind of my personal perspective on this as someone who is creative. And when I look at these brands that they launch so much and now they can't come out with anything new because the last 5 launches from ColourPop have looked the exact same, I'm kind of like, yeah, this is when you retire. But unfortunately, as a brand, it can't just retire. When you're a brand, you have to keep on trying to come up with something new. And that's the problem. They are not coming up with anything new, and it's a not a good thing. I don't know. Yeah, I'm ColourPop. ColourPop is me. I've never actually tried ColourPop though, so maybe I don't wanna. Maybe I don't want to be ColourPop. I've heard they're good, but maybe they're probably better at makeup than I am at writing. Like I think I'm good at writing, but I don't know. ColourPop I've heard is like creme de la creme. I think I'm good. I'm not that good. That's a little bit too egotistical for me to say. So that was my thoughts. That was my opinions. And yeah, I'm not sure what else to tell you. I shall leave you. I'm gonna go film Instagram stuff and then do school, edit, write, drink coffee, try not to die. I'm very tired. I worked out yesterday and like everything hurts. Everything. Okay. Like, subscribe.